Well, I can remember vividly in class at the University of Memphis, Gloria saying, if you're smart, you'll take a one-person show to Edinburgh, Scotland, and you'll tour for a year. And I've since always say now, she lied. We've toured for 20. So I remember that and saw some Southern short stories that Eudora, that Gloria directed with Alice being the lead, and I went, I want to do that kind of theater. And so Alice and I got together.
Yeah, because Jenny said, hey, if I paid for us to go to Scotland, would you do this narrative theater with me? I was like, sure. Who wouldn't do that? So, and I remember we called Gloria. We got together at the dance studio at the U of M, and we were wondering what we were going to do because we'd really never worked together ever. We've been at the U of M but never did any shows together.
I did all the musicals.
And I did all of the narrative pieces. So we didn't know what to do, and so we called Gloria, who was in France at the time, and we said, hey, Gloria, can you give us some suggestions? And even Gloria at the time was like, Jenny Odell and Alice Berry, or Alice Rainey at the time. That sounds odd. But she gave us the stories, and we worked on them. And that's what we're doing this time, is we're doing one of the first pieces that we did, The Window that Gloria gave us, that first year, 20 years ago. And that's by a Memphis author. And then we're also doing something we did the second year and took to Scotland the second year, and that's One Writer's Beginnings, which is what Jenny actually saw us do in '94, that Gloria did a 5-person version of the show.
Yes, well, I was in Dijon, France, because we had taken a Welty piece with 5 then U of M students, right, that we took to perform. They liked it so much that I was there getting to be a professor at the university for that semester. So I get this phone call from these two, and they said, we think we can do those shows as a 2-person. And I said, wow, that's really hard for me to imagine that that's possible. But yes, you know, go for it, and gave them the titles. And maybe now one of my favorite things is watching the two of them do their 2-woman pieces. They've just created a style that is uniquely theirs that I call morphing from one character to another with just a beautiful kind of lyricism to it. So I'm not sure, I don't think, I've had many students who have gone on to do theater, but people who got in their minds that they could do a 20-year piece that was based initially on narrative theater work only and now new works of all kinds is one of the great pleasures of my life, actually, that I get to watch this outcome from what we did so long back.
I mean, it was 3 words. Take a show to Scotland, or however. Take a show to Scotland, whatever. It was. She said that, and it stuck. And in fact, I did a speech not too long ago about listening and how winky-dink that first chapter is listening of Eudora Welty's, but really listening to what your teachers or parents or what the unknown is saying to you. If you really listen, it's magic.
And also, it's there's this beautiful lyric that Virginia has in one of her songs when you talk about collaboration or the way that we work together, that Gloria taught us how to work this way, inspired us to work this way, and the lyric is, it's a way of being. And it's a way of being in a room with the people that you work closely with, and allowing everyone to be a part of and collaborate. And really, people take the word collaboration for granted, I think. And what I love, especially now, just the 3 of us in the room together, even with Tiffany when she's here, it really takes on its own meaning of what the word truly means, do you know? To really collaborate, to really listen to one another, to share. There's no ego involved. It's just about the work and the words and honoring the story and honoring the author, you know, because we're just a vehicle for the author's story. And I think that that's what's special about what we do, is we have a way of being